I've been doing theater for about 10 years now. I started very young, and I started with a small community theater back in Gadsden, Alabama, where I'm from. And I caught the theater bug, and I thought it was going to be a hobby, but I wanted it as a career, and I have a huge passion for the arts. So, what inspired me to become an actor? I really was a huge fan of Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen because they're Shakespeare acting, and I was a huge fan of Shakespeare when I was young. And seeing all these actors that inspired me, like Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel Washington, um, I enjoy entertaining, and I think I got that from my parents because they've been entertaining for so long. My dad was in the marching band. That's where I got my musical talent from, and my mom does show choir. That's where I get dancing and singing from her and everything. And I think our family just like loves to entertain. I think that's where I got um, this theater bug from, and why I love performing so much in the arts.
So, the great thing about Christian is that he is so willing to try anything. Um, no matter what you toss at him, whether it's in the shop or on stage, he's willing to try anything. And I think that that's one of the qualities um, of any theater artist that really makes them go far, because it's the point at which you stop being willing to experiment, that you stop growing. Um, so yeah, I think Christian's great. He's also just so friendly, so sweet. Like he's a joy to have, whether in class or in productions. He's always, you know, gets along with everyone, and that's, the kind of thing that also helps people remember you fondly and helps you get another job.
Yes, my slaves.
Dang. Yes, massive.
Now you know how we feel.
Can I just? No. It looks like there's like gold spray paint on this thing. It's not. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I think he is. His performance has grown. He's always been. He always had been very talented. I mean, that was obvious from when he began here. But watching him get better at his technique, seeing him take on the variety of characters that he's taken on has been really good for him. And so I think that's led to a lot of growth because he's had a lot of opportunities to play different types of characters. And so that's probably been the biggest thing is watching him just develop as an actor. And in class, he's always very obvious theater is his passion. When we went to New York, he and I went and watched a show together, and actually went and watched a couple of shows together. And listening to him rattle off names of actors and what roles they'd done and who they'd been and all these things as if they were like baseball players on a trading card was really incredible to see someone nerd out that much about musical theater. So that was a really fun time that we got to do with the class that we did when we went there. So.
Well, while I'm standing here, this is our stage where we do our shows. About the productions that we do about maybe, I would say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about 4 productions every season. But if you follow me this way, over here in this area, we have our storage. We have storage for our furniture and all the stuff that we use, like platforms, chairs that we use for our shows. And that's where we put the rest of our old stuff in props, chairs, old costume pieces, and everything in storage. And it's still in the middle of cleaning right now, but it looks great so far. So our people are doing a great job over here. Following in here is our workshop. This is where we build all of our sets, and all of us in the drama department are required to come in here and help in building the set or help paint or whatever they need to do for our shows. So it's probably the biggest area in our drama department, but it feels really cool to come in here and actually build stuff and learn more. If you're like an actor and you want to build stuff, you learn a lot about it. So let's see. Follow me this way.
Hello, Sean. Hey, Christian. How are you?
Good.
Good.
So you come in here. This is our costume shop, where all our people who are like costume designers will come in here and do all the costumes for our show. It's a really popular area to come, and I think one of my favorite costume pieces. There's a example up in the lobby is a costume I wore for a show called Imaginary Invalid, and I played Dr. Perjean, had a cape, had a medallion and everything. I wear all black. It was so cool. And I wore an orange wig, which was like, I look good in. So.
I've seen him in several shows now. I think that he is growing as a performer. He takes acting very seriously. He loves it. And he is someone that really, I think when he gets any kind of direction or when he's taking a class, I think that he works really hard to put into practice whatever he has been taught or whatever he's been asked to do. And so I have seen him improve as an actor because I see him putting things into practice. I see him taking stuff from the classroom and bringing it to the stage. His singing voice has also improved, I've noticed. I cast him in Once Upon a Mattress last spring in a singing role, and when we had the auditions, I honestly didn't know. I had heard him sing, but it had been a while, and I didn't really know what to expect. And when he auditioned, I remember that the music director, Stephania Wilcox, and I looked at each other and went, "Oh, he sounded great." And we had been thinking about putting him in a particular role that had kind of a high vocal range. And we were delighted that he, in his audition, demonstrated that he would be able to do it. So we were really happy about that.
Has he grown? Oh, absolutely. I would like to think all my students who actually listen to me and work hard grow. But yeah, no, absolutely. Christian's grown quite a bit. I know he came in very green, but he came in very passionate, and he definitely works extremely hard. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why he's grown. Mm-hmm. My brilliant teaching aside, I really think so much of learning in general, let alone in the acting, is how hard you work and how seriously you take it. And I will say this, Christian takes the work very seriously, and he works extremely hard. And so, and as such, I think he's grown quite a bit. And I think I hope that he recognizes that within himself, right? Like when you compare yourself your first year in the first show you do here, usually you have like, I don't know what the heck's going on kind of syndrome, which is normal. We all have that. But then as the years go by and you take more classes, you start going like, okay, I'm learning more tricks, more tools, more techniques. I'm actually getting better at what I'm doing. And I will say this, he's getting to the point now where like, he can start making some of those choices on his own. He doesn't need me as a director to like nudge him or hit him with a 2x4 quite as much.
Change is not an easy thing. And I don't think people were up to it here. They got what they wanted. Those two boys got what they deserved, and we look good now. Justice has been served. The OK Corral. We shot down the villains, we sent the prostitutes on the train, the town's cleaned up, and we don't need to talk about it anymore. It's been a year since Matthew Shepard died, and they haven't passed shit in Wyoming. At a state level, any town, nobody anywhere has passed any kind of laws. Anti-discrimination laws or hate crime legislation, nobody has passed anything anywhere. What's come out of it? What's come out of this is concrete or lasting.